Now this to-do app function is great, but if we're being completely honest, it doesn't look as good as it functions. So let's add some to-dos in here, like record this video and maybe even edit this video. And let's get to fixing up how this looks. First things first, I got to change this app bar to just not be this blue basic app bar. To that, we're going to change the app bars on the whole application. I'm going to set the theme data, specifically the app bar theme, to first have a background color of colors.transparent. And what the heck is that? So that is a shadow that is by default on app bars. So I want to make sure we take the shadow color and make that transparent as well. But now we can't really see our title. So we want to change the text color, specifically the title text style, to be text style colors.black. Now that looks a little bit wimpy, so let's at least increase the font weight to be bold. And I think we can even increase the font size to be a little bit bigger, maybe 18. So you really know it's a to-do app. And you'll notice one thing though, if we go to the add screen, the little back button here is still white. So we want to make sure that the icon theme is also black, so we can see that we can go backwards here. Okay, so that looks good. But now this plus button looks a little bit out of place. And that's a really simple change. We can just change this background color of our floating action button to be, let's match it with the colors.black. And there we go. Now our to-do items leave a little bit to be desired. So to do that, we're going to give them some styling through a container, which if you remember is one of the most versatile widgets in Flutter. First, we need to give it some padding. And that looks a little bit better. But then let's give it some decoration as well. So you can add the color directly in the container, but we're going to do it within this box decoration because we want to give it a little bit of radius too. And we're going to do colors.gray. I'm going to do 300. So now they just look like little squares. So we want to give it a little bit of radius using border radius. And we can actually copy this because we want it to be the same border radius as here. Okay, that looks good, but they're still touching each other. So we want to give it some margin. And we'll just give it 8 as well. So that looks a little bit better. Let's see what it looks like if we do 200. So that blends in a little too much. I don't think 250 is an option. So let's just keep it at 300. Okay, so we're able to slide now. We're able to check it off. But we have another problem. If we go to the completed, it still looks like the old one. So let's copy paste this whole container. Bring it over to our completed to-dos. Paste it right in front of here, and then we're going to be missing a bracket here. Okay, if we save it, now it looks the same. Now, the last part is if we delete all the to-dos, and we delete this, so it seems like we do have a bug after all. So when we're deleting here, now it's just taking the index of the active to-dos. We can fix that up by doing active to-dos at that index, and then get their ID. And I want to copy paste that for the complete. And I'll do the same thing for the completed. Instead of just the index, do completed to-dos. That to-do ID. Okay. Now that should work properly. click record, add to do, and edit, add to do. Let's say we complete the record, go to completed to dos, delete it here, come back, delete this. There we go. Everything's working, bug fixed. But now when we delete everything, we see that there's just nothing here. We can add a little text to let the user know that they can add a to-do down here. If we go to the home screen, so right now the only condition we check is if our index is on the very last item. But we can also just check if our active to-dos is empty. And if it is, return a center with a child text that says add a to-do using the button below. And now that's right up near the top. We just add some padding at the top using only top, and let's just do like 300. So there we go. Add to do using the button below. We're able to add one, record, and it goes away.